Let's go to war!
Hi and welcome to the Wargaming Addicts review of 5150 Fighter Command. Now, have you ever watched Star Wars and thought, I wonder what it would be like to pilot an X-Wing or a TIE fighter? Well, 5150 Fighter Command from 2-Hour Wargames is a sci-fi wargame that gives you the chance to get into the cockpit and blast away at your foes with las cannons and railguns. But before you scramble, let's take a look at what's in the rulebook and how the game mechanics are going to hold up for this wargame. If you're familiar with any of 2-Hour Wargames' products, then 5150 Fighter Command is going to be instantly recognizable. Many of the rules are similar to other games in the system, giving a very short learning curve if you're coming from another game in their lineup. However, there are also some differences. Turns are a little more I go you go based, and although fighters can still react to incoming fire, it's not quite as, or it doesn't feel quite as fluid as the other games. However, 5150 Fighter Command still feels very much like there is simultaneous action going on. The fighter dogfight rules are an excellent example of this, and they really give you the feel of the cut and thrust of space combat. Fighters react to each other with maneuvers as they try to get the drop on the other pilot and bring their guns to bear. This really makes the game feel alive. The rulebook itself weighs in at a chunky 104 pages, but don't panic, a large amount of that is given over to campaign games and background information. The rules handle both fighters and capital ships, and there is a fair amount of granularity here. Fighters have a wide variety of weapons and come in 5 flavours: light, medium, heavy, bombers and assault craft. Capital ships are also included, and you can wargame attacks on installations or battle cruisers as well as fleet combat. However, this is more microscale. If you want larger fleet combats, you should be looking at playing 5150 Star Navy, which handles fleet against fleet. Capital ships also have a variety of toys and strengths, giving plenty of variety to your Starship wargames. So how many figures do you need to play? Anything from a fighter or two aside, up to a couple of capital ships and a dozen fighters aside will be fine with these rules. More than that and you might want to go with Star Navy. Of course, if you don't mind taking your time with the game, you can play larger battles. Star Navy just resolves the big battles faster is all. The rulebook itself comes in PDF and printed versions. There is a full colour cover with black and white interior, and all the charts are neatly gathered in the section at the end of the book. Now, where would science fiction wargaming be without a campaign? 5150 Fighter Command does not leave you high and dry and provides detailed campaign rules that allow your squadron to grow and improve without bogging you down in bookkeeping. There is plenty of scope for individualization too, and that turns your team into more than just miniatures on a tabletop. They become part of a story, and there is a definite attachment that you build with them as they go through campaigns. In fact, 2-Hour Wargames have referred to this as immersion wargaming, which combines the elements of role-playing and wargaming together in a rather unique way. Now, there are also detailed rules for playing solo and cooperative games in 5150 Fighter Command. In these, the opposing forces are controlled by a series of tactical tables that determine actions in specific circumstances. There is also an excellent element of randomness too, so you can never really be sure of what the enemy is up to. You also don't know what you are running into, as the enemy will often be in the form of PEFs, or possible enemy forces. These counters represent the possible locations that enemy forces may be lurking in, but you won't know if there are any enemy there, or even what they are, until you get into sensor range. But by then, it may already be too late. This adds a really nice touch to solo gaming, and provides you with some excellent tactical challenges. It really feels as if you are playing a human opponent, only without the rules discussions and difficulty in scheduling a game. Now, is there anything wrong with 5150 Fighter Command? When I normally read through a 2-Hour Wargames product, I'm ready to play. I'm a big fan of their systems. The rules are usually written in a way that has everything clear right off the bat, and away you go straight into a battle. However, with 5150 Fighter Command, I struggled a little bit. Some terminology is not so clear, and some graphics to explain the rules would have been useful. I found myself reading through the rules twice and looking for some battles online for help in clarifying some situations. For example, Ship descriptions refer to an aft AA turret, but there is no mention of such weapon in the fighter weapon descriptions. There is a laser turret, although its stats are almost identical in profile to the laser cannon. Nothing a few tweaks won't fix, but the terminology should be clear and consistent. I also found a couple of spelling errors in the rulebook. It's a commercial product, and these should have been weeded out at the editing stage, although there were very few. This, combined with the unclear terminology, were my only gripes with this system. So let's summarise. If you're looking for a detailed set of rules for wargaming space fighter battles, this is not it. The rulebook clearly states that right at the beginning. If you're looking for a fun game that places emphasis on fun and playability, then 5150 Fighter Command will scratch your itch. If you are looking for a set of sci-fi rules that you can wargame solo, this is going to tick all the right boxes for you. In addition, the campaign system is detailed, yet doesn't require a great deal of bookkeeping. So, in conclusion, this is a very fun addition to science fiction wargaming, offering some really novel rules which would have benefited from just a little bit more proofreading and clarification. This is the wargamingaddict.com signing off. Check out our ratings at the bottom and keep a lookout for more of our reviews.
Until next time.